And it helps shift in my mind and focus on God, even in the difficult times. Have you ever felt overwhelmed with life as life gets really challenging and circumstances arise that are beyond your control? You feel so distant from the Lord, and you're like, Lord, what is going on? This is just beyond my control. And you're so discouraged. I had that a few years ago when we just had a lot of house problems with our plumbing and septic, and things just got worse and worse. But this one thing really helped and encouraged me. I found myself giving thanks to the Lord for all the things in life. Anytime I would turn the water on, or turn the garbage disposal on, or turn the dishwasher, a lot of water related things, I would just thank the Lord. And this is what I realized I was missing in life. I realized I took for granted all the little things and just expected things to work out. I just expected that there would be no issues with things with plumbing or water or whatever would be going on. And I found myself thanking the Lord for all the small things. And I would thank the Lord hundreds of times a day. And it helped shift in my mind and focus on God, even in the difficult times. And it's hard. It didn't make the difficult things go away, but it helped me to truly rely and trust on Him and look to Him in these difficult times. And I want to shift real quick to how this relates to the priests in the temple. Because during this time, or during times of difficulty, the fire of your heart, the distance from God might increase and feel like the fire is going out in your life. And the priests, they were to keep the fire lit on the altar continuously. And so they would start the day with a sacrifice and they would end the day with a sacrifice. And now we can look at sacrifices today as prayer, right? I offer up a sacrifice of prayer and thanksgiving. And so one thing that's helped me is to start my day in prayer and to end my day in prayer. And then throughout the day, give thanks to the Lord for all the little things that we have and we take for granted. And so Paul says in Romans 12:1 that we are to be an offering to the Lord. So just like the priests were offering sacrifices in the morning and to close the day, so we too are to offer ourselves with prayer and thanksgiving as living sacrifices, starting our day off with prayer and ending it with prayer. And Paul even discusses the idea of continuous prayer. And I just want to share real quick that I recently published a paper on prayer in the Kesher Journal. And I'm currently working on a longer teaching that will go more in detail of the paper on prayer. But one thing I want to share that connects what I'm discussing as we discuss prayer and thanksgiving is the idea of prayer rooted in our need of the Lord, right? To pray without ceasing is to realize our continuous need on the Lord. And so as we go about our day and we give thanks for all the things that He does, we realize that we really do rely on Him for everything. And when we develop that reliance, that begins to develop a life that's all prayer, of continuous prayer. And so I just want to encourage you, if life is piling up and getting difficult, and you feel the fire of your heart is diminishing and you can't quite figure out what's going on, what the Lord is up to, I encourage you to turn to thanksgiving, to turn to thanking the Lord, to start your day in prayer and to end your day in prayer, and realize your reliance and your need, and begin to develop a life that is all prayer and continuous prayer, like Paul described. Comment down below if you'd like to see the teaching on my paper. I thank you so much for watching. Be blessed.